Creating a show that is able to capture your audience for 24 episodes is almost impossible nowadays. Listen, people have short attention spans. They complain that shows aren't unique enough, and they believe that the animation has to be god tier in order for them to watch it. Well, One Piece has done this for over 1,000 episodes. Listen, that's decades. Makes me wonder, how does he do it? The man, the myth, the legend, Oda. How can one man create the timeless work that is One Piece? Well, today I'm going to be going over the 3 ingredients to Oda's masterpiece. That's right, it all comes down to a formula that I have extrapolated from watching the entire series of One Piece. I might be 20 episodes or so behind, but I got the gist of what Oda really is doing with this series. By the way, this will be a spoiler-free video as well, so do not fear. If you have not watched One Piece, this video is still safe to watch. Ingredient number 1, world building. From islands like Water 7 to concepts like the Grand Line, you can always count on Oda to immerse you in a world like you've never been immersed before. Oda puts an immense amount of effort when creating the world of One Piece, and obviously world building can't be done without an amazing setting to do it in. When Oda creates an arc, it's fully fleshed out on a totally brand new island every single time. You're always seeing something new in the series. These are islands like Whole Cake Island, Water 7, Alabasta, Fishman Island, although that arc wasn't the best objectively, Skypiea, which let me go on a little tangent for Skypiea. I would like to say that Skypiea is actually what got me hooked onto One Piece. You go through the first few sets of episodes until you reach arcs like the Baratier and arcs like Arlong Park, and that's where people say One Piece really gets good. But for me, it really was Skypiea. It was the way that they played with the concept of an island in the sky before they even arrived on the island, and how heavily anticipated the arc had become for me. I think that Skypiea is truly the most underrated arc in One Piece, honestly. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. These islands set up an integral foundation to every arc's plot and backstory that really makes One Piece all the more enjoyable. And then there's the actual world building that Oda does. Every island he creates is unique, and that way he's able to take every single island and make every detail about those islands stand out. For example, a simple but genius concept are the bulls that people use to travel around Water 7. While the concept is just a simple mode of transportation, he's able to take that concept and build lifestyles and habits of the city and the people in it just off of that one idea. Another example is Skypiea. They have dials, which is their technology, and it's what runs the entire island. Once again, a simple concept that can be built off of in so many different ways. And then lastly, there's what Oda can do off of the world building that he's already done with overarching concepts like the Grand Line, the Blank Century, the Marines and the world government, celestial dragons, warlords and emperors. In these 3 small steps, Oda is able to create a world that fully immerses the viewer into the world that is One Piece. But world building isn't the only part of his formula. The second ingredient, foreshadowing. Everybody knows that One Piece foreshadowing is elite. A small piece of evidence will come into the story to think, oh wow, that's so interesting, and then mark it off as just comedy in the show or just an Easter egg. And then 732 episodes later, it comes back as the most integral part of the arc that you're watching. Oda is a genius when it comes to foreshadowing. He knows the perfect times, places, and even just things that need to be foreshadowed in order to hook the viewer at that specific moment. Things as simple as name-dropping future islands like Elbaf. The way that Oda has built up Elbaf just shows how talented Oda's skills of lore and foreshadowing are. By name-dropping Elbaf, he has created an entire culture around the island way before we even get to it, because we're still not there yet. Every time Elbaf is brought up in the show, I get the chills because of how badly I want to get to that island, just because of all the concepts that have been built around it. Listen, Oda's foreshadowing is definitely an integral key towards One Piece's formula, and the reason that he's been able to keep viewers over such a long time period. But the most important ingredient has yet to come. The last ingredient, the crew. Last but definitely not least, we have One Piece's main cast, the crew. You have Usopp, Nami, Chopper, Nico, Frankie, Brook, Jinbei, Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji, my favorite character, by the way. This lovable crew is known all throughout the anime world. They are definitely the main ingredient in Oda's formula. On Luffy's journey of becoming the Pirate King, beginning, Oda obviously needed to give him a crew. It's basic pirate culture. If you want to set sail, you must have a crew. Yet, Oda executed it to perfection. Along the way, Oda picks up 10 characters who acclimate with Luffy perfectly. Every single person on the crew has their own story to tell, but that's not all. Every person on the crew is a reminder of the journeys they've all been on. I don't know, there's not much more to say about them. It's just such an amazing cast, and every single person on the crew fits like a puzzle piece. The puzzle can't be complete without any one of them, and when the puzzle is complete, it feels like nothing can stop them. With this formula, Oda has taken over the anime world for decades and will continue to do so until the series is over. Who knows when that's gonna be? I heard that they're actually in their last saga, so it might be sooner than you think. One Piece is in a world of its own and will stand as a pillar of anime for generations to come. But yeah, that's all there is to it. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. It really goes a long way. Make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think Oda's main ingredient is to making the series as loved as it is today. And with that, peace, y'all.